Hey guys, Lisa Halligan here from lisahalligan.com, and I am doing a late Friday broadcast when I ought to be at work because today I decided to prove that ice is slippery, gravity still works, and if my kids act clumsy, they got it honestly from their mom. All is well, possible hairline fracture, hopefully not. The radiologist thinks probably not, but really not sure. We may need a re-x-ray in a week or so, but I'm just going to be taking it easy tonight. One of the questions I get is, why is a nurse writing a course on clutter? Because there's health consequences to clutter. We've gone over that a little bit, but there's actually a health issue around clutter that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with whether or not your house is clean, whether or not your purse is clean. You can have everything completely spick and span and still have clutter issues, because clutter is more than just the physical things around us. It's also what goes on in our minds, what goes on in our hearts, what affects our body. Those stress levels that build up in us are a big cause of things like they cause obesity, they can cause heart disease. There's all kinds of stress-related illnesses and issues, things that can be triggered by extreme stress and conditions that build up over time with chronic stress. And so I want you to think about your fight or flight reflex. When something drops behind you and you get startled, you immediately jump and turn around. You don't necessarily think about it. By the time you realize you've been startled, it's already happened. Your body has already responded. And it can take a while for those stress levels to come down. And so if you're thinking about like one of those motion sensor lights where you move, it goes off, and it stays on for a while. And if you continue to move around the camera, it continues to stay on. If you stop moving, then after a few minutes, it turns off. I've had that happen in the staff bathroom at work. It's not fun. There's no windows there. You're sitting there on the toilet, waving frantically, trying to get it to come back on. But our stress response is like that. So if our stress response is triggered again before it has a chance to come down, it stays on longer. And every time that this happens while you're still in a stress mode, it stays on longer. And you know, for some of us, the stress is a messy kitchen. The stress is something, you know, that comes and goes. The stress can be someone almost sideswipes you on the road, or you hit a patch of black ice. That's stressful. But generally those stresses come and they go and they pass and you have a chance to calm down. But what if your stress is something like an unreasonable boss who is looking for every possible way to criticize and to cause you harm, and who you never know when they're going to show up and just start criticizing you in front of others? What if your stress is an abusive spouse, either physically, emotionally, verbally, whatever combination, because that's usually all in combination. And generally speaking, where there's verbal and emotional abuse, if there isn't physical abuse yet, there will be down the road. Okay? I've lived that life. It's not fun. And the stress just keeps coming and coming and coming, and you don't have time to let it come down in between. And the more it comes while your stress level is still up, the more you live at this constant edge of anxiety. So, you know, your stressor can be Facebook. I mean, if you've got friends on your Facebook list who are posting gloom and doom and this and that and negative, you're going to get a sick feeling in the pit of your stomach nonstop, and you're not even going to really know why. It's just all of this stress, because your body doesn't know the difference between someone who's coming to attack you or tigers chasing you and something you saw on Facebook that triggered the same response. So you need to be very careful what you let into your life and what you let into your heart. And that's why, as a nurse, yes, I write about clutter. And I write about mental clutter, and I write about emotional clutter, and I write about physical clutter, because all of these things are connected to your health. And your health is what I care about. Your health is why I went to school. Your health is why I stay up 3 nights a week. Well, not this week, just 2 this week. But your health is why I stay up 3 nights a week and take care of people, because that's what I do as a nurse. So if you have any questions or you're interested in the course, please let me know. We've got an amazing New Year's discount going on. And I just really love each and every one of you. And I want you to think about ways, your takeaways today, always a takeaway. I want you to think about what triggers your stress response. And I want you to think about what in your stress response you have control over. So if it's that person who's constantly posting the negative comments, the hateful comments, you don't have to unfriend them, although you might want to. I've never been one to say, oh, I'm just going to hide everything and pretend that we're still friends. If I don't want to see what you're writing, I probably don't want you looking at my kids' pictures either. But that's everyone's individual. You may not want the family fight. But if you don't want to unfriend someone, you can hide their posts. You don't have to look at what they're putting in front of you just because it's there. You can choose to surround yourself with positive people. Choose to surround yourself with people who are building you up, who are posting things that are encouraging. In your daily life, you need to look around and you need to figure out which people you need to kind of find a reason to get out of the conversation. I've had people I love dearly that I have to come up with a reason to get out of the conversation because I can feel my stress levels going up as they talk. And that's just not healthy for anyone. So you don't have to be rude. You don't have to be mean. You don't have to say, dude, you're a downer. I don't want anything to do with you. But you do need to find a recognition. So think about what situations are causing you stress and what steps can you take to back away from that stress so that your body has a chance to come down from that fight or flight instinct. Have a wonderful, blessed day. I'm going to go take some ibuprofen and get this elevated. Thanks. Bye, guys.